kindergarten friends. I'm here in my art studio and I'm going to make a painting. I want to make a painting of a dandelion, and these are some of my supplies. I have a couple of dandelion leaves. I have a few paintbrushes, and I have some forks and my piece of paper. I also have water for my paintbrushes and a paper towel to dab my wet paintbrushes on, and I have some paint. I've got some green and yellow paint. So to do these dandelions, I'm actually going to use a fork inside, and I'm going to put this inside the yellow paint to make some petals. So let's see if I can show you how I do this. Let's see, I move that up a bit. There's my yellow paint. Okay, so I'm going to get my fork inside that yellow paint and dab it around so that the bottom of my fork is full of color. Then I take my fork and I press it onto the top area of my paper, and I get a few petals, and I press again, going around and again, and I'm turning my fork around each time. I need some more paint, and this time I'm going to try this fork to see if it works a little bit better. Okay, it's covered with yellow paint, and there, that works better. And I go all the way around, bring my fork, filling up with more paint each time, and bring it around and around. Kind of like a sunshine as well as a dandelion. We know that dandelions have many, many, many petals, and that's what my fork is giving me, many, many petals. Great, I have a nice dandelion circle there, and I really like it. So I'm going to put my fork inside the water, and I'm going to get out my paintbrush because I want to do a stem and some leaves. So I dip my paintbrush in water, and I'm getting some green paint on my brush. There's some green paint, and I'll just pull a stem down. I think my stem's going to have a bit of a curve all the way towards the bottom of my paper. Now, I did pick some leaves, and I noticed that dandelion leaves have points on them. So when I paint my leaf, I want to try to copy what I see here. For that, I think I'm going to get a different paintbrush. I'm going to get one with a little point at the end and get it wet. The pointy end of the paintbrush is going to help me get the points of my leaves. So again, I get some green paint, and I'm going to start very simply with a little line going up. That's the beginning of my dandelion leaf. Then I'm going to use my paintbrush to draw some of those points. And at the top of the leaf, I notice that it's not a point, it's curved. Points. Down I go. Oh, wow. That definitely looks like a dandelion leaf. Now I'll get some more green paint, and I even this time I'm going to mix a bit of yellow in it. And I'm going to fill in this leaf with my green paint. Use my point to keep those points there. I love to paint. When I'm in my art room, where I am now, listening to gentle music and painting, I feel very peaceful and very calm. Okay, I've almost finished. Now, I filled in my white spots and I have a dandelion flower. Now, dandelions don't usually have one leaf. In fact, they often have a whole group of leaves. So I think I will take the time to do another one up this side. Now again, this time I'm going to add even more yellow to my green and make a yellow green like the leaf, and that will make it look like the leaf is warm and like it's in the sunshine. And I'll make a line going to the side. This leaf will be a little shorter than the other one. And I'll make my points. They're kind of like little triangles coming up, or teeth. Zigzags going down with my yellow green. I'll fill that in. And at the top of the leaf, this one actually has a little point at the top. It's curved up to that point. So I'll make a round part and a point. Round, back down. There we go. And get my yellow green and fill that all in, carefully stroking. You'll notice with my paintbrush that I'm not rubbing back and forth. What I'm doing is I'm carrying the paint down in what's called strokes. I'm making my paintbrush just go one way and it's pulling the paint downwards or towards me. There we go. That, in this one I have a little white line left behind, but I like that. It reminds me of the vein inside of the leaf. There's my dandelion, growing tall. Boys and girls, why don't you try some dandelions? If you have a big piece of paper, you might even be able to fit more than one. You might be able to fit 2 or 3 dandelions. I hope you enjoyed our painting time together. Bye for now, friends.